Talking Army.
What up?
Hey. What up, Internet? It is the Normies coming at you a load of Talking Normies podcast. And at the top of the hour, first thing I need to tell you is we're on Spotify and we're going to be on Apple Music probably by Monday. So go ahead, look it up, check it out. We're back onto the internet with some regular posts. I hope you guys are ready to be listening to us on your long car rides, your long weekends, your
plane rides, whatever.
plane rides, bouts of bath time.
Homework.
Who doesn't listen to podcasts in the bath?
Your kids' sporting events.
You're cooking breakfast in the morning.
Yeah. What I'm saying is we can always be with you if you want us to.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I'll always be with you.
Aww. Right here.
All right, weekend catch up. What have you boys been up to? Oh, my bad. What are you boys and gals?
I'm a gal.
We saw a certain movie last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
The Batman.
How was it? Scale of 1 to 10, should I see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Was it good?
I think you will really enjoy it.
Yeah? Hell yeah. I'm excited.
It's the Bruce Wayne you hate, but then he becomes the Bruce Wayne you love.
I mean, first off, I hate all versions of Bruce Wayne because fuck him. Batman's cool.
I
Bruce
think you're
Wayne's
gonna
a dick.
like this one.
All right. By the way, no spoiler. We're not going to spoil anything.
Was it
in the
as
movie.
good as the Dark Knight? And when you left, you're like, oh my god.
You see, we compared it to like Bond films, where like
I've never seen
like
Bond.
Sean Connery's my Bond, Pierce Brosnan's my Bond, Christian Bale will be my Batman, even though I saw the Michael Keaton ones too.
Yeah. And the George
but this
Clooney
is
one.
just as good. That doesn't mean this isn't good. Like
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan is my Bond, but I love the Daniel Craig movies.
Daniel
so
Craig's my
it's-
Bond,
We
bro.
also compared it to just like the Batman show. It just feels like a different episode of Batman, or like even
Comics.
the comics.
Because they brought a lot back to classics, right? I heard.
Yeah. I mean, there were. Here's what I'll say: like all of the performances were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Everyone really brought.
Robert Pattinson, he held it down.
Robert Pattinson held it down. Yeah, everybody really brought their
Zoe
A game for
Kravitz.
this movie. Cinematically, like how it's
Zoe
shot.
Kravitz.
You're gonna nerd out on the technicals. It's beautiful. It's a
The,
beautiful.
the cinematography is artful, like really beautiful shots that I never would have thought would come from a Batman movie.
Is it too long?
Yeah, a little bit. A
Is
little bit.
DC's new thing just, what if the movie's too long?
Probably.
But it's never like it feels long in retrospect. But while there was never a moment where I was like, oh, all right. It was still
The third Nolan Batman feels too long for me.
It-
That movie feels
like-
like it's got it just kind of
It's because that movie weirdly has the same narrative beat in the first third as the last third.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been Batman for a while, but I must become him again. And then later when he's in the prison,
And he
I
finally
haven't been
gets out.
Batman,
Yep.
but I must become him.
It's like, damn,
Yeah.
movie, you're just going to keep going.
This Zoe Kravitz Catwoman is the best Catwoman.
What? Okay, that's
Michelle
exciting.
Pfeiffer's OG. Anne Hathaway was good, but this is the best.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're just going to go to sleep on Halle Berry like that?
I know, literally.
I'm not
I
mentioning Halle
had a
Berry.
conversation with Serge about
don't
this too.
talk
Everybody
about that.
ignores Halle Berry.
Yeah,
I
you
loved it.
should.
She was good.
No, okay, Ronna, I was joking
No.
because her performance
fuck
is
that,
trash.
because you guys hate on me for liking George Clooney as Batman and all that stuff too. No.
Terrible.
no shade to Halle Berry, the actress. It's just the Catwoman, the movie. Shade
Yeah.
to all the shade to the movie.
The movie was trash. You can't even argue that. The movie's
I watched
stupid as
as a
fuck.
kid one time.
Cats
I
literally
watched as
breathe.
a kid one time. I don't know. I maybe
Cats
as an adult.
breathe into her mouth to bring her back to life. I'm sorry.
Ronna, never change. Never change
That was
your
cool.
optimistic view on everything. But if you're ever in a room like networking with important like film industry people, just don't mention that you like that
Be a little
movie.
snobby about some film.
No. I
But
say
no.
Ronna do it because people will be like, oh my God, this girl's
I
really
have a
interesting.
question,
She's
though.
new energy.
I have a question for Mickey and Serge though, because I like this. I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but like it just like it was one line article I saw about Zoe saying that like people kind of like were mad that her character was like bisexual or something on, and she was like that she felt when she
Oh,
read
she was bisexual? I didn't
She said that when she read the script that she felt that's how the character was supposed to be portrayed, and that's
Yeah,
what she did.
I guess
Did you
That's
guys pick up on that?
Dumb.
We talked
There's
about
some
her.
implications there, but like Catwoman is such like a sensual character. Like, why wouldn't you just assume that?
Yeah, she could be bisexual.
Yeah, like what's?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that
so
has-
she doesn't kiss a girl in this movie.
has-
People are just like,
I don't
she's
know.
got bi undertones and I
whether
hate it.
that is or isn't true, it has so little to do with the movie that it's like why
As it always does.
Why is that a point of conversation? It has literally nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some implications.
Was there? Because
We
I saw
have-
her just reply in like a little quote saying like, this is how I portrayed the role when I read the script, and this is just how I did it.
I think that's
but-
fine.
Well, listen here.
but I mean,
here's
like,
the
that's-
thing.
I feel like that's just Catwoman inherently.
No, here's the thing. Everybody knows that the water's turning all the cats gay, and that's what's got the Holly Berry stands coming out here and trying to fight against us while
We are.
Zoe Kravitz is taking down the mainstream media.
We're gonna release our in-depth Batman review, so you'll be getting
And
spoilers.
that will be
and
spoilers.
They'll be spoiler heavy, and we do talk about this where we were wondering if she was like romantically interested in a certain female character, or if it was just with well, no spoilers, but
Well, he
we
said
talked
it.
about it. We don't know. We
Sweet,
don't.
cool. I was
we didn't
wondering
know.
about
But,
that. If you guys picked up on it.
Yeah, but
It was picked up on, but
But it
matters.
I don't know, man.
It matters 0.001%.
Of course.
I feel like we just need people just need something to argue about like everything. It gets a little tiring because that's like such a non-thing.
Can we give a quick shout out to the elephant in the room? It's the sound. That literally sounds like a small elephant in our room.
And it literally happens only when we're live, like doing a reaction. Like we could have an entire day where we have nothing planned, nothing. Like
Bro,
the second
I've
we
laid
hit
on that
record.
couch before and never heard it.
All right,
wait.
as soon as
I
we
don't
hit
think-
record,
can
the
they hear
dude
it?
down there's like, compact the trash. Do it now.
Can y'all hear this?
If you
hear that?
can, that's what it is. It's
All
like
Anyway, yeah, a lot of fun stuff planned. This whole week we've been watching movies actually because I've been busy in the afternoon. So look forward to
Mad Max.
a Mad Max reaction. I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
Fury Road, not the OGs.
Fury
so good,
Road.
it's so
Look
good.
forward to Parasite.
Yeah.
And look forward to what was the last name?
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Free Guy.
Guy.
So
which
yeah, on Patreon first.
which I'm really mad about. Free Guy. We watched it on HBO Max, and we figured out that HBO Max just
By
buffers-
we, you mean me.
Chris figured out.
I figured it out.
Shout out to Chris.
Chris
He-
was so angry.
He figured out HBO has like a buffering issue because we tested the same content on Netflix, Amazon, and HBO, and HBO buffers badly. So like we watched Free Guy on HBO, unfortunately, and like most of that movie was buffering. So I don't think it affected the reaction. I think we still had a good reaction, but we didn't see that movie the way it was meant to be seen. And we almost watched Fury Road that way, and Chris was like,
It was so
absolutely
funny.
not.
No. This is what happened. Just I'm so excited.
You usually are never about that. I'm glad you're
Well,
about
no,
that.
no.
it's for certain things.
Fury
Like if we were
Road.
gonna watch like I don't know, like Buffy, and Buffy's like it's only be created. No, it's because Buffy
No,
literally
it's-
isn't
yeah,
in
it's
HD,
because
but like
it's-
Fury
I know,
Road
I know. We're talking
was damn
about,
near
like,
shot on like
IMAX, like,
IMAX. So I was like,
Dune
there's no
level.
way I'm gonna like let this like slide.
So,
No, so I was like telling Serge yesterday, like when we sat, it was Spidey and I who have never seen it, and Mickey and Chris have seen it. So we're sitting down, and just like starts with like 5 seconds in, just like him eating the
lizard.
two-headed lizard, and Mickey and Chris go, "This isn't right. Nope, no, this isn't clear. This is how you remember. No, like just like going off. And Spidey and I are like, "What's going on?" And like, "This is a masterpiece." No, and just got up. I'm like, "Okay."
gotta fix.
Did you going back to Free Guy? Did you notice the cameos with like the
Yeah,
Twitch
like-
streamers and all?
It was, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Jacksepticeye, Ninja,
Pokimane.
Pokimane,
Yeah,
like everybody
yeah,
was in that
yeah.
movie. That was a really fun movie. It had a lot of heart. It was like, it was way better. Like I don't know. It was way better than I expected it.
Yeah, I heard it was actually pretty good, so I'm gonna put it on their best movies list.
So you know what's funny
It's worth
though?
the game.
What?
Johnny Blue and Pat both fell asleep during that movie.
Damn, for
So
real?
yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I'm really curious now
I
because
don't know.
Pat and I have a lot of similar interests.
It's a good. You
It's a
would love
great
it. It's a
movie.
good
I
movie.
I don't know.
Like,
Pat
I
loved
think you'd like
Pixels. I just assumed he'd be down
But,
for any kind of video game movie.
But that's what I was saying. Like, there's so many references and so many things happening in the background that we might have missed some things because of the buffering issue. But it was still a good reaction. It was still a very good reaction.
I have spent a lot of time over the last week watching Fresh Prince. I'm all caught up.
How is it?
Are you gonna watch?
Wait, like
Bel
the
Air.
new
new
one?
one?
My bad, Bel Air. is what
Oh,
I'm
you
watching.
watched Bel Air.
Yeah, I'm just calling it the Fresh
Like the
Prince instead of
serious
Bel
one?
Air. Yeah.
How is it?
It's good. It's super drama filled. It's obviously not the same thing. Don't even compare it. Don't even begin to think about it. I will say this though: the actors are able to nail, specifically Aunt Viv and Will, have been able to nail the like kind of mannerisms of the old actors without being exact parodies of them. It's good if you're into drama and such, and also they're actually kind of getting into some interesting, like kind of political intrigue stuff, which is kind of cool. But also, it's about a fucking filthy rich family. So
Did we
Does
need
it-
it?
does
Did
it-
we need it?
If they would have just called it something different, I think it'd have been fine. Someone online was saying this, and this is my hot take on it. They were like, if you've seen any teen dramas like the OC or anything like that, like you've all seen this treaded before. And I'm like, that's fine. But also, you haven't seen it from the black perspective. And I feel like we're allowed our cheesy, fucking stupid OC-esque show. So throw it on there. I feel literally for me, it's easier for me to relate to this than it was to the OC.
Does it feel weird though, like knowing that it's about like this, like because it's not comedic? So is there like sometimes does it feel weird? Like
No, not really. It's like honestly, they're doing some of the. You know how when you're watching a drama and a drama thing is about to happen, you're like, Jesus. Like you're kind of like you get enough of the drama, but that's with me with all dramas. I'm like, okay, I get it. There's about to be a fight for no reason, but I will say that it's still kind of fun. The character Carlton needs some redeeming characteristics because he is. I've never seen somebody so fucking punchable. Like that dude gets on camera and I'm like, someone hit him. Someone just come out of like from the left field, just off camera and just.
Oh, I have to see a picture of him now.
Does Aunt Viv get plastic surgery redone halfway through the season or something?
No, we're gonna see. They're gonna keep the same Aunt Viv they have to. Hillary's character is really good. She's kind of super self-obsessed and shit, and she's always on like TikTok and Instagram, and she's becoming like an influencer.
What about Phil?
Is she me?
Huh?
What about Uncle
Uncle Phil? He's running for like district attorney or some shit. He's like a fancy lawyer.
Am I Hillary?
Huh?
Am I Hillary?
No. There needs to be more jazz in it. That's easily said. Not enough jazz. That's it, man. Oh, and Jeffrey. Here's a hot take. All right, this isn't a spoiler or anything. This is just my headcanon. Jeffrey's a fucking murderer. I don't know how. I don't know what he's doing. That man's killing people off screen. You're gonna have a real hard time convincing me he's not.
what?
Instead of Jeffrey being like this British butler, he's like he's Jamaican. And I don't know, man. It's kind of implied that every time he's off screen, someone's dying. Like I don't fucking know how.
What do you mean?
Like Uncle Phil would be like, "Hey Jeffrey, you take care of that thing," and he'd be like, "Yeah, it's taken care of."
No, you did not. Really?
What thing? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
So they're gonna have a Jeffrey centric episode where he's just into some shit, you know.
Well, you know that Will got into trouble in his neighborhood and had to come home. So there's like, you know, it was like, oh man, what's gonna happen with this and that, and there's people out there with guns and shit and all this, and then it's just like Jeffrey would just show up and be like, oh yeah, I'll look into that. And you're like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean you'll look into it?
Like, it was a couple of guys. They were up to no good.
Right? He's gonna show up with a head in a bag, I swear, and he's gonna be like, all right, he
I
did
kind of
it.
want to watch one episode now.
So yeah, check out the first episode if you guys get the chance to. Don't compare them; they're not to be compared.
I will say I was severely not interested, but after hearing you, I'll probably check it out.
I'm only gonna watch because of freaking Jeffrey now.
Honestly, Jeffrey's kind of my favorite fucking character. You only get him sparingly, and I'm just like, give me what's Jeffrey up to?
Oh my god.
In some other news, we started Buffy the Vampire Slayer this week on Patreon.
Gang,
Patreon
gang.
only for now. You saw some hints on Instagram. This show was a show that we chose, similar to The Wire. The Wire we started watching because we just wanted to watch it.
And I wouldn't
Wire's
shut up
over.
about it.
And
I
so
was
now
pots and pans.
Buffy is that show. It's important for us to have a slot for a show where we just choose that we want to watch because, yeah, it's great to get fan feedback, and we've discovered so many amazing shows with you all. But if we genuinely want to watch something, that plays better for the reactions, and we deserve a slot for that for ourselves.
Sometimes that's hit or miss, you know. Like we would love to just like everything that people want us to watch, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
Are you specifically talking about ReZero right now?
No, not just
the
not just
102. He's a hater.
No, not just ReZero 2. You know, like I don't know. I feel bad when I can't get into a thing that like so many people like, and then I'm just like I can't pretend though. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's not wrong though. To each its own. You know what I mean? That's what makes the world go around. Like all our interests and stuff.
I feel that. Like some people really like Lost, and I don't like it as much as them. I see its potential and I see how it's changed the world for better. But some people like it so much.
I'm really good at pretending to like Lost.
Oh my god.
Yeah, now you and Eric are both like this shit's like people. Because when you were the only person I knew that liked Lost, and then like as I mentioned it to other people, some people are like, bro, I know this guy who's like Lost fanboy through and through, and I'm like, damn, that's wild. There's more of y'all out there.
My people are out there.
Do you want to tell Chris who did the music?
Michael Giacchino.
Hell yeah, baby! Of course, for the Batman, and it's so different than anything he's ever worked on. Because he's worked on like Up, the Spider-Man Home trilogy.
I didn't know he did Up.
He did a lot of Disney movies, and
Also, but
this is so different.
Yeah. Also, just because we're watching Buffy does not mean other dreams might come true in the future. buckle up, stay tuned. That's all I have to say.
Run as that girl at prom who's like, just because you kiss me doesn't mean you'll ever get to see me again.
Yeah, literally. It's like
You mean like we're not gonna watch everything that people suggest or what?
No. She's saying the opposite. She's saying
I'm
like,
giving
there's-
good like silver lining, just because right now,
We'll still be doing polls.
yeah, just
Oh yeah.
Other
Paul-
shows got to
other
end.
shows
part-
are happy, other shows are ending, so just stay buckled up, stay tuned for the
Yeah,
ride. It's gonna be a
Buffy
great time.
is not the replacement for Parks and Rec. I know the timing made it seem that way, but Parks and Rec will be replaced by another similar comedy sitcom.
Comedy
half hour.
sitcoms.
We like them.
Comedy sitcom. half hour.
And then, and I want
Nah,
to,
stop,
no
stop.
promises, but I really want Scam Crew to do Euphoria.
I wanna
You
watch
guys,
Euphoria!
you know what I'm kind of pissed off
Am I
about?
getting
I've
kicked
been
out?
wanting to watch
I wanna
Euphoria,
watch
man.
Euphoria.
I know that I should have been more vocal about it,
holding
but
off.
like now that everybody's on it, it's like, oh, we're gonna watch it. I'm like, I've been wanting to watch that shit, man. And especially this season came out and it's all shot on film. They literally bought Kodak film for
People
this
were
shit.
telling us to watch that in the comments of Scam. Like when it was ending, they were like, "You got to do Euphoria. You must do it."
Yeah, people really want the Losties to react to Euphoria.
What?
I'm
No,
just
that's
kidding.
a
I'm
Scam.
just kidding.
Oh,
Losties versus
all right.
Scammers.
Anyway,
Yeah, we'll just have to
anyway.
segregate the couch.
Oh my god.
No, honestly, that Corey's been watching it, and she's like, "Get out, get out!" She knows I'm gonna watch it. And so
Good.
Well,
she's been watching it religiously as it. I think it's finished now. It just ended.
I wonder if you did
No, there's
makeup.
another season coming. It's,
Oh no, but the season 2 finale.
yeah, season 2 ended,
Yeah.
and season 3 isn't coming out till like 2023, and all the fans are like,
well, here's a question for you guys. Who on the Switch, they've got the Nintendo Brawlers. Who's your favorite Nintendo Brawler character?
"Wait, are you talking about Smash Bros?"
I didn't play that game, but I wanted to simply because you could play as Korra and Toph.
Oh, what? A transition into Avatar.
Segue, organic segue.
Boom. Oh, I was gonna be like, hey, ask me about my shirt, but then I was like, nah, that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Such a subtle.
Yeah, I tried to get the Earth Nation or the Earth Kingdom shirt, and they didn't have any in my size.
Where'd you get it? It's like a soccer jersey.
Box lunch.
Box Lunch has these type. Yep. There's one in Castleton.
Hey,
Oh, that was at the one
sponsor
in
us,
Greenwood.
Box
Why are we bringing up Avatar? Chris?
Yeah,
what
what's
is the
up?
what's
What
the
made you go there?
Hey guys, there's been a certain YouTube channel that's been popping up in my radar well long ago that I was watching a whole bunch of, and I was like, man, these are really fun videos. It's called Overanalyzing Avatar, where he goes through every episode of Avatar and overanalyzes it. And I was
Say
like,
what?
these are fun to watch. And then he was having, I think it was his birthday live stream. And I was like, oh, I didn't have anything to do. I think it was quarantining or something. So I hopped in the live stream. And he was like, oh, shit, one of the normies is here. And I was like, oh, damn, we should do a collab with this guy. I was just kind of trying to chill out and watch it. So then I hit him up, and now we're doing a collab. Because guess what? He's here for the podcast.
Yay! Special guest alert!
Heyo.
Oh god!
Hello.
Hi.
What's up? Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, look at that, y'all. We got science and technology going on. Over analyzing Avatar. Just to get started, we don't know your real name.
Yeah, I call
Will
you
you-
Mr. Over.
Yeah, your real
How
name
about
and,
we intro? That was
and
an
what
intro
you
to your
do.
channel. Introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone actually knows my real name. I don't think I've given that.
Do you want to keep it? You want to be
You don't
Wan
have to.
Shitan?
You can use the pseudonym.
No,
Call you
I'll just
the-
drop it here. This is how I come out of the closet. My real name's Colton.
Colton.
Hey.
Hey, Colton.
Well,
Everyone
Colton,
knows.
welcome to Indiana, and also welcome to the channel. Hey,
We obviously
Thank you
love
very much.
Avatar, so it's a natural crossover for us to talk to any other Avatar creators out there, collaborators. So, yeah, I guess you kind of already explained his channel, but do you want to go in exactly like what can people expect if they were to visit your channel? Like what are they in for?
I mean, if you start on episode 1, I feel like you kind of get a different bag than when it ends. It kind of evolves over the entire series. My mission was I wanted to say everything I ever wanted to say about Avatar, which is a lot. It's a long series. But yeah, I mean, I make jokes. I point out animation errors and continuity between episodes and characters that you wouldn't maybe think about. And yeah, I try to make it funny.
So basically, it's a must-watch channel if you call yourself a huge fan of Avatar, and we have a lot of those, and we are those as well.
Yeah.
So if you truly want to get into the nitty-gritty, overanalyzing Avatar,
So
stop by.
throughout this, we're obviously going to be talking about Avatar and talking about some of my favorite episodes. But I do want to point out one thing from watching this channel that has ruined Avatar for me that I never noticed is like Aang loses his fucking staff so often. It should be a thing that you would notice, but for whatever reason, you don't.
He loses it. I thought he gets a new one, and
He like
Day of Black
in a
Sun.
fight. Colton, you want to tell Serge about it? Just in any fight, like he'll just.
It's just like in any fight that Aang goes into a fight, like with his staff, it's out of his hands in like 5 seconds. It's insane.
Yeah.
The writers are probably like, he's too much. He's too powerful. Like, get it out of his hands.
Well, it's probably that like he's fighting firebenders all the time, and things made out of wood, right? It's just
Oh,
like,
they are. Oh shit, yeah.
can't
wood
burn
and
a
paper.
snap.
Watching your videos made me realize how much I didn't notice either. Even like little things like Sokka when they did the recap and he was like Suki, but then in the recap he was like Suki.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that
I was like, what?
I was like, why didn't they just use the good take?
It's
I'm
interesting
like-
that shows do that, like not just Avatar, but what
We
were
saw
we
last
watching?
week.
We were watching Walking Dead even,
Yeah.
and they were like previously on Walking Dead, and there was a line delivered from a character that definitely wasn't delivered last in the episode prior. So sometimes I think things stay on the cutting room floor that were taken out of the actual episode, but the recaps were done before that edit happened or something.
Like they do the recaps first for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That's super weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like your process for? Do you watch each episode and take notes as you're watching, like pause and take notes and stuff like that?
Yeah, like how long does it take for one episode?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like my right, like I go into episodes knowing a lot of the stuff that I want to say, but like I've watched the show a million times, so I just when I'm writing my script, I go through it one more time, and then I basically pause whenever I think of something to write. And I mean, usually episodes come out between like 50 and 70 points, and then
What?
yeah.
That's so many.
How in depth do you get? Because we were chatting a little bit about this. Like I'm trying to write a little essay about Avatar as well. How in depth do you get with the episodes? Do you explore, like you already said, some of the goofs, some of the continuity errors? Do you go into the DVD commentary at all? I suppose.
Yeah,
Like-
the thing that I've noticed over the entire lifespan of the series was that there's a lot of tiny stuff I could point out, like little animation errors and continuity errors, but eventually it just ends up being boring. Like if I talk about like 5 continuity errors in a row that are just like tiny little things, like oh, this potted plant was over here a second ago, it gets really boring. So I'm like, oh, I gotta cut this out so I can just like talk about characters, and so I try to find a good balance, and I hope that I've found it, but that remains to be seen.
I believe you have.
I think
I think so.
there's still things I can do better.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I tried doing something similar to what you're doing with the Wire, and it was like, I would spend
God,
like
it's hefty.
I'd spend like 2 hours watching each episode, and by the end, I have like 3 pages full of notes, and I'm like, oh my god, it's very like what you do is like very, very talented, and it's very hard to put something.
it's a
together like that.
time-consuming
Yeah.
process.
Yeah, you
For
definitely got to
sure.
be able to trim the fat. I feel like.
Yeah.
And thriving to like always be thinking, oh, it could be better, or like it could be better kind of thing is good to have in your like mentality as well, because like nothing's perfect and you can always add things and just perfect your work and all.
The
Yeah, totally.
continuity that I'd want to know is how many times was Zuko's scar on the wrong side of his face, because they bring it up in Ember Island
Yeah.
Players.
That
Like, my
happens?
scar's not on the wrong side of my face. Yeah.
What, really?
I'm pretty sure it was only the one shot in the Firebending Masters. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Gotcha.
And they were like, we'll never live it down.
Yeah. Because it was such a big moment that episode. too.
We're watching Naruto right now, and there's been a couple of animation mistakes, and there was even one that Mickey
Huge
saw,
one.
and it was like it became part of the discussion, because like if it was what Mickey thought he saw, which he did definitely see, then it like had like implications for the story. It was like deep shit. It was like
really?
that dude's eyes were a completely different eye than it should have been, and that probably means this,
shit.
that, and the other. And we were like, we don't know if we saw that or not. And then the editor was like, you did see it. It was an editing mistake, and like
Yeah, it was an animation
it
error.
low-key has implications, so like ignore that.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
It'd be like if they-
that's what I'm into. I love hearing that.
Right?
I
It'd be
love
like if they
little
drew
stuff like that.
if they
Yeah.
drew Zuko earthbending accidentally and being like, what does that mean for the series? Like, hold on.
What was your experience coming in? Like, I remember the first few episodes you were talking about how you're still getting used to the editing aspect of all. So like, was it self-taught? Your editing skills?
Yeah, yeah. 100, like the first thing I've ever edited was the first episode of Overanalyzing Avatar, and
Damn.
God, I hate those first videos. It sounds like I'm falling asleep, man. It's like put some effort in, be alive at least.
We learned.
But yeah, no, everything from square one is Overanalyzing Avatar. I have no prior experience.
Damn. And you banged out a whole ass, was it 60, probably 70 something episodes? Because I know you did a couple of extra episodes.
He's at like 68 videos right now, I think.
Yeah, so something around those. Yeah, but yeah, it's really cool. It's been really fun. The learning process has been really cool. Like if I always say if anyone's like looking to like get into YouTube, I wouldn't start looking to like get big. Like if you have a project you're passionate about and you really want to do, I say just start and do it. And the first few videos are gonna suck, but that's all part of the process.
It is definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit'll kind of carry you through.
That is
Yeah.
kind of YouTube. Like you start in one, like you said, you start with something you're passionate in, and then like you tend to kind of fall into something else as time goes on. Because like you're just creating opportunities for yourself. Who knows who's going to see your video or like what's going to come out of it. So we started with Game of Thrones, and that our channel name was called Talking Thrones, and then we were like, I guess we could keep doing this. So do you have any plans to like do this with other shows or after you're done with Avatar?
Yeah, and I want to get into the start of your guys' channel too. But to answer your question, yeah, I don't have any plans to do any like long form series like Avatar. But I have a Game of Thrones video coming up where I'm going to talk about an episode that I really don't like. Which
Oh my god, which
My-
one?
Oh, we're going to get into
With-
that.
If you
yeah,
don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
do-
spoil it, you don't have to.
No, don't tell
no,
us.
it's fine. I think I've said it before anyway. I'm going to do the Long Night.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I was
Yeah.
thinking it was going to probably be that one.
My fan base currently really doesn't like when I'm negative because they just want me to be an unbridled praise towards Avatar, which isn't really what I'm about. But so it's going to be interesting to see how they take.
You'll
Good-
bring in
that-
new eyes that way
good
too.
man.
You'll bring in new people.
Yeah, stick
Yeah.
to like what you want to passionately write about, like you said,
Yeah,
and it
100%,
bleeds through.
yeah. I'm always going to make what I want to make.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a,
that's
that's
what I
a
like to
tough
hear.
line to toe because like you have this like really intense fandom, but like you want to keep it real too. Like if there's
Yeah, 100%.
and I think that's just like you're probably gonna get a lot of negative comments like, oh, you feel this way, you feel that way, you're wrong, you're this and that. But like you have to keep it honest, and I think ultimately like people respect that at the end because like
Yeah, for
not
sure.
everything is perfect, and you can't just like blindly follow anything and just accept it as like wholly good. Like there's criticisms to everything.
And to go back to your first starting out, you said the first few videos were rough. The audience does like to see the evolution of the creators they follow. So your audience probably really appreciates the growth and the change, the gradual change your videos took on. Over
Yeah,
time,
I've gotten a lot of really nice comments about that kind of thing too. Those are the feel good comments you get.
Oh, yeah. So, Colton, you were saying you got some questions for us?
Yeah. So
What's good?
I'm sorry, I'm not totally up to date on my normie lore, but so
I'm barely am.
like are like I know some people must have come onto the channel. Like you've got like a crew, like you guys are 100 strong there or something, right? Like,
Feels
like-
that way.
It feels like it sometimes. But
yeah, seriously. So who was like the core channel members? Like was it you guys that started it?
Yeah, like the four of us here, and then you have like
Yeah.
Navi, and Pat, and
Marquetta.
Marquetta. Nahid was there at the start as well. And so it was a core friend group kind of started this. We were already meeting together to watch our favorite shows. And so one
Right.
day we're like, oh, let's just plop a camera right here, see what happens. And then it sort of took off.
I
was
love it.
editing-
I love like the origin story. Just like
It's,
I love when channels have like just like
yeah. It's
just-
when oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, just I don't know. I'm looking for the right word. Just this like innocent origin story. Just like we're
It's,
doing it just to do it.
it's when Game of Thrones watch parties were really popular. Like people would just like get together. Just I remember I used to work at a clothing store at that time, and like my managers would be like, "What do you got going on for the weekend?" "Oh, I'm gonna have friends over for Game of Thrones." So like that was just like a social thing at that time, anyways. So we
Well,
just
no.
decided to record it.
I remember before I became friends with you guys would watch Breaking Bad finales together. on
Yeah,
the
Breaking
weekends
Bad
and
party was
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, before YouTube and everything.
Actually, I think I was where one with Sherry are. is where I
Yeah,
was at.
we almost started with the season 4 finale of Game of Thrones because I don't know, you were there. I had a party in my basement, and we had like my mom and I went to Goodwill, and we got these like little goblets and all those like old school medieval looking dinnerware, and I actually recorded that reaction too. But it was the season 4 finale, and it was dark, and I was very unprepared. I'm like, this footage never sees the light of day. It's terrible.
So that was someone.
Maybe on an
What,
old
what happened in that finale? Remind me.
Tywin. Spoilers for an old ass show. Tywin dies.
Gets shot on the shitter by his son.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was a good finale. It was.
Solid finale.
Oh, are we all of the opinion that Game of Thrones kind of like loses it near the end, right? Like everyone,
Yeah.
all right with that.
Yeah.
I was the only one
Where do
who
you
liked
guys
it.
think the decline starts?
So I think a lot of people, when they start noticing like the fast travel, that's when a decline is getting there. But I was like, no, that's fine. Like I was, because it had been so good. I'm trying to think of other shows I've done this for. It's been so good. Oh, like Cowboy Bebop, for instance. I was like, okay, maybe it'll fix itself by the end. So like people are like, oh, well, in Game of Thrones they're fast traveling in like season, I think like towards the end of season 6. I'm like, no, it's gonna be fine. Like they're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be fine. And then like by the end of it, it's like, it's not gonna be fine.
I think Tiny Cracks showed up in season 5. Season 6 I loved, and when people say that was a fan fiction season. But I think season 7 is where it really started. Like, all right, these guys don't know what they're doing. Really.
I was the only one who liked it through and through. I had no issues.
You had the ending too?
Yeah, it was just like, it was disappointing more than anything because it was the show that literally like launched our career. So it was like
Yeah.
it was like watching your child fall into a drug habit. You know, like it was just
That's a good analogy.
it was just disappointing. You know.
Damn.
Do you guys remember the interview? I think was it Kit or Amelia where they're like, "How's the finale?" and they just made a face or something.
Best season ever.
Yeah,
Amelia?
Amelia Clark's got that stupid expressive face with those fucking eyebrows, and
Yeah, she's like-
obviously she can't lie, so she just like does the face. You're like, oh no. We actually got to. We were at Con of Thrones in the summer of 2019, which was I think right when had the last season. I can't remember the last season came out if it was about to, but it was super fun because we got to be there with a bunch of other creators and a bunch of other fans of Game of Thrones, and there's all these panels and all these people hanging out. Bron's there, and turns out he's a hippie who like only wears flip flops and is all vegan. And
You guys took a picture with what's his name?
The extra.
No.
Andy.
Jamie fucking Lannister.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nikolai Costa-Waldau.
Yeah.
And so like I think the community, because like the fan base of a show, I think could be more fun than the show actually was.
Yeah.
I even hang out on Reddit on Free Folk r/Free Folk where people still shit on that last season like daily. Like there's a daily post.
Absolutely, they do.
Yeah, I think it's funny as fuck still. There's a daily post how people are like, hey, you guys remember, someone was like, turns out COVID brain can also affect you in the past, and that's why Dan and Dave didn't like do super well. Like daily. They shit on the end of that show daily, but they also give the show all the praise and all the love for the things that they still like and still do. The little documentary at the end that shows all the extras and all the people like behind the scenes and like how they got this whole community. I was like, that shit's awesome. And that shit's great. And
Do
it's
you know
sad
how-
that the show didn't like hit that landing still, but people still care so much.
Do you know how Free Folk got its name?
Oh.
That's because I think the Reddit was filled with spoilers and filming leaks and stuff that people were always scrounging for clues on what's being filmed and what's happening to find out what's happening. And then they would get banned or their posts would get deleted. So r/Free Folk was made as like, we're the free folk, like the wildlings. We can talk about anything here. So like that's the whole reason that they made that whole Reddit board.
That's pretty
It's
awesome.
also like, I mean, the spin-off is already on its way out, and the last 2 books haven't even been like. Come on, George. Like,
Who's excited for the spinoff?
He's
I was
making
gonna ask,
he made
Cole-
Elden Ring, bro. He had to think of Elden Ring.
Are you gonna be
George
watching
R.
the
R.
spin-off, Cole?
He made the lore for that game.
Oh, it's like I want to be excited for the spinoff. Like I wanted to recapture that magic, but it's like
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna captivate the world like it did.
It's like how do you come back to that magic that they captured? It's just
Especially after not sticking the landing.
I think.
that's what I mean. Yeah, they lost it. Like how do they get it back?
The cast and the like wardrobe though looks kind of cool. Like I don't know if I'm I'm gonna be watching it, but like I have some interest.
I mean, all the stuff is on point. I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
got the same set decorators, prop costumers, and stuff. So aesthetically, it's gonna look really good. Story. I don't know
Yeah.
if they have much to. I mean, I think it'll pop. I think people will really like it when it first comes, but It's not gonna have the same magic as Thrones. It'll be a show that has to prove its existence
Yeah.
in that first season. The first season will be watched by a lot, and then we'll see what happens
Yeah,
with the second
doubtlessly,
season.
doubtlessly. Yeah.
Especially since, like, I mean, I don't think Game of Thrones was formulaic, but it did, like, revamp that whole, like, you know, subverting expectations and, like, these crazy twists and deaths. So, like, that's almost like an expected part of the show, too. So I don't think that the spinoff can retread that, you know, like, you know, people are going to be expecting that. Like, oh, this guy is being built up. He's probably going to unexpectedly die or something, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they really invented that trope, and then so many shows and movies tried to
Have done that
copy
now,
copy
you know?
that. Like, let's kill off.
Yeah,
the
like when
main-
Wills dies in the 100.
Yeah,
Wells.
yeah. Such a shock. Such a shocking character death.
Spoiler.
I wanted to kind of loop back over to the Avatar videos real quick. Just another question for you.
Yeah, sure.
What is there a particular episode or video that you have fond memories of, either because it was excruciatingly difficult to do, or you just really had fun doing because it's your favorite episode? I guess which episodes of Avatar really stand out to you and you were excited to work on?
Well, the thing is with when I was making my show is that I find that the really good episodes of Avatar are the videos I like the best. Like, I feel like my best videos are about the best episodes of Avatar, and my weakest episodes are about the weakest episodes. So like, I feel like the finale to book 2 had some like really good jokes in it, like from my perspective, and it's just like I feel like I really like coast off the energy of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the episodes that I always forget about in hindsight, but it is such an important episode. I'd rewatched it recently for the video that I'm working on, and really that season 2 finale, as much as it is about Aang, it's really about Zuko. Like, I feel like he's the crux of that,
Yeah,
what happens
for
in that
sure.
episode. And
Yeah, absolutely.
it was such a tease because we're like, we know he's gonna turn good, and this is finally the moment, and then it doesn't happen, and he doubles down on
Yeah.
being the Fire Lord's son. It was just really good. The chakra explanation too.
Yeah.
If we're including the guru.
Yeah,
in that.
the Guru is one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
I love the chakra,
Yeah.
the whole chakra deal.
Yeah. What about like the Great Divide?
Yeah, it's like, see, I come into these episodes and I'm just like, like low energy. I'm like, I'm gonna try to do what I can with it, but like, it's saying like I'm an infamous painted lady hater, which is like kind of like a nothing episode to most people, but I despise it.
Yeah.
It's just like I just hate that episode.
Yeah.
And
There's
it's just like, so I go into that episode and I'm like, everything's negative, and I'm trying to find positives. So I'm just like, I can't be all negative. People are gonna rake me over the coals, especially because it's like a Katara episode. I'm a infamous Katara liker. I like Katara's character,
Yeah.
but because it's a Katara episode, people are like, you hate women, you're awful misogynist. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, I feel like I have a hot take for the Southern Raiders episode. Like, I that's a very important. I can appreciate that episode for being such an important Katara episode, but at the same time, I was like, when we watched it, I might have been overhyped for it because so many people were talking about Southern Raiders is coming, Southern Raiders,
Right.
and seeing it was an important episode. And I was like, she didn't really do anything.
My
she
heart.
She did Bloodbend.
That is my favorite episode, bro.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Pretty nuanced.
It's good. I
like
just
to be
yeah.
what
It's my own
talks
personal.
Oh man.
Oh,
guess-
for sure. I like that there can be discourse, like so many viewpoints on stuff, and that's
Yeah,
I
like-
like to leave my videos open to that kind of thing. I never like to talk like my opinion is like the correct way to think about the show.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah.
your videos definitely showed me there's different ways to look at episodes and things what were happening. I went to Chris this morning. I'm like, did you know that people were talking about this and this fight could have went differently and blah 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 blah. I didn't know.
Some people's favorites
Yeah,
are
for
other
sure.
people's most hated, and vice versa. Like I like the headband episode. I think that's an underrated.
Yeah, I love the
episode.
headband episode too.
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah,
yeah, awesome.
I like
for the
little
dance party.
things.
yeah, for sure.
It is funny, like what you were talking about, like you're a big fan of Katara. Like you could spend 20 episodes praising her and then one episode criticizing, and it's really funny how like the fandom just like flips from episode to episode.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. As soon as you say one thing that they don't like, it's just like you're Satan.
I'm sorry, I had a bit of technical difficulties, but I'm back. But I wanted to say the episode where the reason why I like that episode, I think, is because Katara really gets
Southern Raiders.
Southern Raiders is because Katara gets her like badass moment. Everybody gets to go on a trip with Zuko. Unfortunately, Toph doesn't, but just imagine what that would be like. And in that, just her taking mercy on him, it's a Nickelodeon show and she's not going to kill this dude, but like, I don't know, her resolve towards the end and how she relates that back to everything else is good. Also, it's the episode where, Sokka's trying to get Suki in the tent.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were
Hell
fucking.
yeah.
They're fucking.
Good
So, like, I don't know. That one's just got a lot of fun stuff in it for me. And I like how efficient she is and how you get to see, like, because they even bring this over, I think, to Korra. It's just like, oh, look, a waterbender that's really upset about shit can actually do a fuck ton of damage. You mean like the ones who do Tai Chi the whole time? It's like, yeah, it turns out if they wanted to be super murderers, they all could be.
I'm glad Korra explored that with Amon, with like the bloodbending villainy.
Yeah.
It's an episode that when I watched it again for the essay, I enjoyed immensely more, because I came to the conclusion. I don't know, you can disagree with this, but in the adventures following the show, and I'm not counting the comics, if and when the Aang gang ever had to come up with someone where like you have to kill them because sometimes those people just come up, I think Katara would be the only person in the group capable of doing that.
I think Zuko would probably sign
the
off on it, too.
consequences of it. Zuko maybe, but we never saw Zuko really come close to like straight murdering.
But I think
somebody.
as like, because he'd be like, I'm the fucking Fire Lord. Like, it is my duty.
Yeah.
It depends. But maybe if it's just some rogue out there, I feel like Katara would be like, yeah.
Yeah, Katara's good at like taking on people's emotions and stuff. So I feel like as a character, she would do it so others wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Because like she knows that she can.
So Colton, I have a question for you.
You
And that question is have you gotten into the Kyoshi books at all?
No, I haven't touched them. I've heard some things they've done with the magic system, like with bending.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of the idea of them.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe they do it in a cool way. But that's kind of steered me away from getting into them.
And what about the comics?
Well, hold on. I wasn't done talking
I'm
about
sorry,
the books.
Oh,
You're just going to jump on my books.
Go on.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that as a fan of Avatar, what they do with the magic system is, that's up to you. But I will say what they do with the story and the characterization of Kyoshi is really interesting. And also it gives you way, way, way more in depth about the culture of the Fire Nation, like kind of their honor system. And then also like the politics of the Earth Kingdom and how and why they do things and move the way that they do, and it starts to like explain a lot about like how Ba Sing Se is and Omashu, and like you start to understand those things, all the things that you'd be able to kind of pick up in subtext, you're able to learn a ton of and like kind of get like it more grounded in those books. And they're really quick reads, and then also just kind of gives you why Kyoshi is the way that she is and how she's presented in Avatar, but also gives her a lot of personality. She's a really cool character.
nice.
yeah.
That's all.
Maybe I'll give them a shot. Because like I'm very much into the 61 episodes of Avatar.
Yeah.
And I've read the comics and stuff, but really, really into the 61 episodes of Avatar. I don't know if you knew that about me, but
You don't say.
Sorry, no plans to go
maybe I'll
into
give
Korra?
Kyoshi a shot. Are we getting into this?
It's time. It's time.
Korra's fine. I'm just not as passionate about Korra.
Yeah.
I got you.
Wait, before we get into that, I was going to ask you what is your favorite episode of the series? Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I love the Firebending Masters just for the visuals at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a really good one.
And yeah, I'm kind of starstruck here actually with you guys because you guys are the first reaction channel I ever took content in from. I one day I was trawling through YouTube. I don't know how, but in the recommended videos, I saw your video for the Puppet Master,
Nice.
Yes.
and I was like, wow, it's a cool idea. And then I took work off the next day. I called in sick. I was like, I'm watching these guys. I'm watching.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thank
Dude,
you so much for that. I think you're almost at 300K subs on YouTube.
Yeah.
The people in
It's like, yeah, something like that.
Congratulations to you on that. The people in our comments are trying to get you to 300K. They're like, all 150 of us can try.
yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Spirit bomb that
Go
shit,
to
100%.
Congratulations
Avatar.
to you on that.
See, that's awesome because like I feel like it's cool when two people or two groups of people end up being like fans of each other's content because like
Yeah,
I was just
really
like, damn,
cool.
this is really really good. Like I was just bringing Marquetta in. I was like, you gotta watch this show. It's fucking hilarious. And like she heard me like watch them all. Like I just sat on the couch. I was like, I'm about to bang out all of these. They're
It's
fucking
what
great.
I really love.
cool.
It's what I really love about the show. It really bridged because I've made international friends from this show who also discovered us through our videos, and I met so many people
Kila.
through this show. It bridges gaps between people no matter where you're from or what age you are. Because my niece and nephew, they're super young. They started watching the show. And like the chakra explanation, the way it's done, the way it's written, it's easily explainable to a child as well as an adult, and then you can have a meaningful conversation about it, despite the age difference. And it's just like it's just written in such a universal way that
Yeah.
it's
And
so good.
tackles subjects of genocide, war,
Vegetarian.
politics,
Hashtag
inner
do
inner
shit.
politics and brainwashing. I guess like news bias with the
I
whole
think-
bossing say
How to treat animals.
Yeah.
Yes.
It also, I think it does the theme of balance better than Star Wars ever has. Like when I'm dead sick because like Star Wars is always supposed to be like balance of the dark side and light side, but like Avatar absolutely 60 episodes like nails the here is why balance is important.
Yeah.
You even get it with like your two main characters or your two quote unquote main characters like with Aang and Zuko. Like it took me. I don't know how long it took me after watching them to be like, oh, they're like the same person.
Yeah, like Zuko is a main character, of the
Right?
show, yeah.
Like
If I
they're
were-
telling two stories of two main characters. You gotta look at it that way.
Hey, man,
If I were to have kids, they're being forced to under like baby seats and strapped in to watch the show. I think you guys
Ludovico.
have showed your nieces and nephews, correct?
No, they have not.
What?
Yeah, I showed my niece, and
Yes, good for
I
you.
showed, I showed her like the first 4 episodes or something, and I had to like drag her in the room to do it. I was like, "Hey, watching this, let's go." And then I go back to visit like a month later, and I'm like, "Hey, you want to keep watching that show?" And I'm like, and then she's like, "No, I finished it."
Yay!
And I was
That's
like, "Man, what the hell? This is
awesome.
gonna be our thing."
Be proud.
too good
though.
to
Be
wait, man.
proud.
It's
Did
so
you have
good.
a niece, or was she watching Dragon Prince?
no, they watched Avatar, and
I remember somebody. Yeah.
they watched Avatar on their own, and like I didn't even know they were doing it, and they just were over one day. They're like, "Yeah, we're watching the show." I was like, "Yeah, awesome!" Like I started nerding out with them, and that's what felt really special because like she's 6 and I'm like 33, and like
Yeah.
we were on an equal level of like nerding out about something. Yeah.
Too late, Tiny, but I should have done it right.
I was at a bar and I had on actually it might have been this shirt, it might have been a different shirt, and this girl walks up. She's like, "Oh, you like Avatar?" I was like, "Oh yeah, Avatar's super cool. It's really cool. Like I like the show." We started talking about it. Oh, it was my I have a shirt with Sokka holding his cactus juice, and it's like it's the quinchiest. And we're just like talking, and she's like, "Yeah, you ever watched that show over analyzing Avatar?" And I was like, "Yes,
Oh shit!
yes I have."
That's awesome.
It's a good show.
That's awesome.
She's like, "Yeah, it's really cool, and I'm gonna keep watching them all." Yeah, like literally out in the wild, down the street in Indianapolis, people are talking about your shit, man, because that's how dope it
insane
is.
to me.
Oh, what about your favorite character in Avatar?
Oh, it's like I feel like Iroh. You gotta like remove Iroh.
Yeah, right. Take him off the board. He's too good.
Size Iroh.
Iroh's just like you shrug and you say, "Of course." It's boring. But
Most controversial
it's
favorite
probably-
character
it's,
then.
It's probably Zuko, I guess.
Yeah, mine too.
It's like Zuko Sokka,
And
somewhere
Momo.
in that middle ether.
Yeah, I think
That's great.
well, we were talking about favorites. I want to give a shout outs to Nightmares and Daydreams for all the anime references in that one.
Yeah.
To like kind of pay homage to everything else, and also as a general idea of you can over prepare for shit. Like that's a core concept of like my life in general. I try to like step back from, but you can over prepare for shit. Sometimes you just got to chill out, and also you need your friends there to like tell you need to go to sleep, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you know, wild it out, lay down.
One more thing I was gonna ask you
Yeah.
guys is so like at the start of your guys' reaction series, I remember Nahid especially was very unconvinced until he was through like the first episode. He was like, yeah, all right, I can get into this. Going into the series, like never having seen it before, even you, Chris, I know you were a fan beforehand. Like what were your thoughts? Like it's a kids show. You're going into it. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it. I was like, why is this show so popular? People want us to watch it. Whatever. I had heard very little of it growing up, and like I knew it was something people watched, but I was just very much tuned it out, like I did with Naruto as well. I'm like, oh, I know people watch this thing, but I'm just not interested in it. The concept of animation as a medium to tell sophisticated stories hadn't really hit me yet. Like I'd seen Disney Pixar films,
Yeah.
I'd seen animations that have done that.
We were watching Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, like for a kid show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon especially, I didn't expect to have that level of continuity,
For
like in a narrative
sure.
through line for the whole show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Funny enough, like growing up, I literally never heard of Avatar or Naruto or anything like that. Like it was weird. Maybe because I spent a lot of summers overseas. Yeah, I spent a lot of summers overseas, and I was also an outdoor kid growing up.
Still was too, baby. I got more scratches and scars than you.
No, I have. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But when I first watched Avatar, I did think it was a little like a kids show and everything. But then you see season 1 finale with the water engulfing. What's his
Yue
name?
or Zhao.
Yeah, Zhao and everything, and like I was like so shook, and I was like, "This was on Nickelodeon. This was definitely not meant for children. What is this? We need to watch more." Like that was the moment I was like, "Okay, this is
Yeah.
It was way more than what it was meant to be for kids as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
That book 1 finale
Yeah.
for all of us hit different. We were
Yeah.
like, what? And then really episode 3 of the show was where I was first like, all right, this lore is actually interesting. Like all the statues at the Southern Air
Yeah.
Temple lighting up, and then him.
Episode 3 is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he learns about the fucking genocide of his people, and I'm like, this is.
Yeah.
He recognizes
pretty
Roku,
deep.
like just out of. He's like, "That's Roku." And he's like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I used to be him."
Yeah.
For me, I watched it while it was coming out, but I think I kind of stopped. So it came out in 2005. I graduated high school in 2007. So I think I was watching it a little bit in high school and kind of just like picking up on it. I've always been a fan of animation as a medium for like telling decent stories and shit. So I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then I remember like started back watching it. I was like, oh shit, man, Avatar's like pretty fucking good. And then I, at some point in time, finished it. But in 2008, I had a college course where I was supposed to do like an animation in After Effects for it. And I was looking for inspiration. And that's when it was just hitting me. I was like, if I can't find the video anywhere, but I like all of my like pre-animation stuff that I was getting my ideas from was like Avatar, specifically the episode. I think it's called what's the episode where with the guru?
The Guru.
Is it Guru? Oh yeah, that one. With the Guru, when Aang's holding himself in that ball with like, and he's like the colors are all purple and white. Like I used a lot of that imagery.
Cosmic Aang, it's so
Yes,
cool.
I used a lot of that imagery in this video. And the last shot of the video, I think, is my little character like falling into a planet because Aang falls there. So I was like, damn, like it was like giving me inspiration. I was like, fuck, Avatar's good as shit. And then I was like, kind of like, oh, I'm gonna go back and rewatch it. I don't have anything else to do. I'm in college. And then I was like, oh, they're coming out with Korra. And then I watched all of Korra and I watched it with like a bunch of friends. I was like, I'm super into this shit. And then when we started watching it as a channel, I was overly hyped for it. I probably said too much and I got labeled spoiler man. Go back.
he did.
I'm rating I didn't spoil shit. And then also Avatar ended up.
Chris actually was like, I don't know. I think we should just go right into Korra first because that's more mature.
I thought I was like, because it was before you guys were like in animation and shit. I was like, if they watch Avatar and they don't like it, we're dead. Like that's it. Like, I'm gonna hate myself if I get my friends if they fucking watch Avatar and they're like, I don't like it. I'm like, no, I want you to like it so much. And I watch Avatar is probably the only of our reactions that I actually watch because when I was working at Sun King, still it's a brewery here. Like I'd be like doing my work and listening to shit, and I'm like, oh, they're putting Avatar out today, and I'm like, I want to hear what they're wrong about.
Oh my god!
You guys had hot takes every episode. I'm like,
I'm your
wrong.
friend.
Wrong. Well, you can still be wrong. And so yeah, that's it, man. I just it's always been one of my favorites, I guess. It's incredibly good. It's stupid good storytelling. The animation's fucking cool. The imagery's cool. The world building's cool. All of it's cool. Stupid. People are still making Avatar videos. I was watching an Avatar video last week about like why world building in Avatar is some of the best world building you ever seen. I'm like, yeah, fucking give it to me.
An essay will come out a week ago, and then by now it'll have like over a million views or
Right?
something.
Shit's
Like,
still
so
hot.
Crazy.
Good job with your channel, man, because 300,000 subscribers for just about this show shows how good the show is, but also how good you are at giving people a perspective that they didn't know they wanted to see regarding each.
I got a few questions for you. Well, okay, 3 questions is pertaining to.
Add if he's gonna watch live action.
Oh, gee, there we go.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Add
So
that in for
are
me.
you gonna overanalyze the live action movie? Are you gonna
Garbage, man.
are you gonna overanalyze the live action show coming up? And what do you think about the live action show coming up?
As for the movie, I had a Patreon goal that I would do it, so we got past it. So
There you go.
yeah, that's gonna happen at
Have
some
fun.
point.
Hey,
Oh,
pump
boy.
the Patreon if you want to see it. Go check it. Go check it out.
You should watch Ours too. You'll get a really good laugh.
Yeah. As for the live action show, I think all you can really do is go in with an open mind because it's gonna be so different. Just like
Yeah.
fundamentally, they're 2 different mediums, right? And so much of Avatar is beloved because of the medium. Just like little like musical cues that you wouldn't be able to get away with in live action because they're goofy cartoon shit, but it adds so much character. Oh, can I swear, by the way? I've been trying not to.
Yeah.
Well, you've been trying not to.
Fucking swear.
We said in the beginning you can cuss as much as you want.
Let loose.
'cause I had a dream last night that I was doing this, and then I said something, and then like either Chris or Siraj just like leaned into their mic and they're like, "Watch your language, please."
Watch your language, please. Watch your language.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, all you can really do is go in with an open mind. Know that it's going to be extremely different.
Yep.
I'm really
yeah.
happy about the casting though. But then again, I
Like-
said the same thing for Bebop.
Yeah.
The casting's really interesting. I think the character, like, to what the characters are, like, they look incredible.
Yeah.
Like, they have the physical people that are going to be the characters.
Yeah.
I think they look awesome. But my thing is, I hope they didn't look more for that over people that would play the characters better. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they at least kept it accurate with the Asian ethnicity.
Yeah,
primarily.
that's important. Yeah.
And they didn't, to take Mickey's quote, bludgeon the Fire Nation with Indian people. The whole movie, all Indians are Fire Nation for some reason.
Right, he made a call. He was like, we need them all.
We reacted to the live action movie while we were in Colorado. That's all I'll say.
Just honestly, in general, I'm kind of excited for you to watch the movie, and I'm like looking forward to your review because I am so curious to know what you're gonna
Yeah,
say.
that'll be a fun one though.
It's gonna be something.
It'll be something.
Has there been a show that successfully jumped from animation to live action?
Oh,
I'm sure.
Because
Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to
Cowboy
think.
Bebop. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but-
After Bebop, I don't know that I ever I'm gonna go into it with an open mind, but after Bebop, I'm kind of burned.
There's gotta be.
I'm shy.
Transformers?
Are we,
Oh,
no, we
show.
can't like name like Batman and like Power Rangers and Ninja Turtle stuff. Like that doesn't count.
X?
no.
Ninja Turtles might be the closest you got.
X-Men.
Honestly.
Ninja
X-Men
Turtles.
No,
maybe?
Ninja Turtles, the first
No.
the first 2 Ninja Turtle movies.
I love Ninja.
Oh yeah.
But we're talking
That's
about-
gonna probably be that's your best bet, I think.
We're talking about shows, and I don't think any show
I'm
exists.
trying.
But no, the Ninja Turtles was a cartoon.
But like
But
turning it
it's-
into a show, not a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
A show,
yeah.
not a movie.
Live
Yeah,
action
okay.
period.
Oh, Sabrina.
She wasn't a cartoon first.
She was a comic, bro. First, I grew up watching Sabrina the cartoons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought Sabrina was the fucking
Teenage Witch.
what's her face? Christina Applegate.
Who?
Or, not Christina
I don't think
Applegate.
it's
You-
Christina
Mary Hart Moore.
No, Melissa
Joan
Hart.
Hart.
Melissa Joan
I
Hart.
thought she was that lady and then a cartoon.
No, wasn't she the cartoon first and then?
I don't know.
Sabrina
I don't
was
have
a
the
comic,
internet.
bruh.
Regardless, maybe that was probably. I'll give you that one.
Oh my god.
We'll allow it.
Detective Pikachu. They're saying and Sonic.
No, shows.
Jam.
Shows, not
Shows,
movies.
but you can. I think
There
you
is
can
no
get away
show.
with the movie because it's short. But I think when you're like, I'm gonna do a whole ass show.
Yeah, it's such
Yeah.
a weird thing to gap. Such a hard bridge.
And it's
Yeah.
the show is already perfect. I mean, it's the last word that's uttered in the show as well. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And so to now adapt it into live action, there's objectively no way it's going to be as good. So
Yeah.
like, what are they going to do? I think they have to make it
Especially
different.
since the creators.
I think
backed
they
out,
have to
like-
purposely make it different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to
Yeah.
do their own thing.
I'm weirded out that they're doing Aang's story again because there's so much other shit in Avatar that I think you really can pick up on easily.
Kyoshi.
I mean, Kyoshi, Roku, we know about them. The Avatar before Kyoshi also gets a bunch of mention in the Kyoshi books, and that dude sounds stupid amazing. And even the Avatar before him, Yang Chen, the only other, I think she's the only like female airbender that we've seen in the show a bunch. But she gets mentioned, and all the shit that she done gets mentioned a whole bunch too, and how she's like a deity damn near. All of that shit sounds stupid interesting. There was even this dude who was talking about because Kyoshi lived for so long that when Avatar Roku became the Avatar, that the Fire Nation was probably like, if this dude lives for as long as she lived, we can get away with a lot of shit. There's a whole bunch of possibilities. They even talk about all the different Fire Lords very specifically.
Yep.
Oh, I love that part.
In Kyoshi, where they're like, this Fire Lord did this and did this and then that, because the Fire Lords all are almost like presidents, where they need like, this is what this person's known for. Like, I industrialized the country, and like, even all that shit seems really interesting. But you're gonna tell me the Aang story again when I feel like that shit's so close to so many people's hearts that they're
I think
yeah.
the reason why is because a little movie called Iron Man 1 in the MCU, because everyone goes with the MCU model of things to try to rein in a cinematic universe. So the goal here for Netflix, if I were them, their marketing team, let's take a story that several millions of people love, and if we can get them to like it, they will push this to everyone else that refuses to watch anything animated, and they will gravitate towards this more sci-fi fantasy show and be like, whoa, this is actually pretty awesome. So the goal is to hopefully capture the already established fan base and rope in all these new people, and then maybe you can spread out and do like, well, now Kyoshi has a show, and now
Oh, you think you're a marketing
then
whiz,
that's
eh?
too much Avatar for me, but I feel what you
Your
mean.
marketing whiz here.
oh hell yeah, it was my minor.
All right. Well, Colton, I think we've asked you a whole bunch of questions.
You have
So
any final
I think
questions?
that this one, before you ask us any final ones, I've got one last one for you. What nation you're representing? If you,
Hey, let's
what
go.
element
Let's
you're
go, man.
bending?
What nation?
What's
Better be
closest to
right.
your heart?
If I'm right, I believe I'm with you, Chris. I'm an Earthbender. If
Yeah.
it come down to it.
All right.
He didn't pick right, y'all. He didn't pick right.
Get out of here. We heavy boys out here, baby.
On fire!
Earthbending's so cool.
Yeah.
Blast!
I am the hypothetical person that is somehow able to bend all four elements, but is not the Avatar. Because as Uncle Iroh said, the elements are all connected. You know,
Yeah.
when Toph was metal bending. So I do
outta
think it may be
here.
possible in the future for some earthbenders to become waterbenders
Safe
and
answer.
such and such. I'm all of them, baby.
Also, so you have seen Korra then, right? Because I don't want to say anything about
Oh
Korra.
yeah, totally. Yeah.
Okay, so but also like the concept of lava bending, like I don't know.
Yeah,
all that's cool. Like
and
if you
metal,
wanted,
and metal bending.
yeah, lava
so
bending, metal
earth
bending.
is
If you've
super
got all the
versatile,
offshoots,
super
I don't know.
versatile.
It should be cool, man. I'm about to throw a volcano under your feet, bro. Fight me.
Hello!
Air. I'm air then if I have to choose one. The
Yeah.
flight. I forgot about the subgenres of blending.
Yeah.
Bending.
Are
If
you- Oh my
I can
God.
fly like Zahir.
Zahir is terrifying.
Are
Love
you
it.
water,
Well,
Mickey?
that's the thing. So many people bring up like, oh, I want to be a waterbender because I'd be a bloodbender, and it's just like, if I was an earthbender, I'd be a shitty earthbender, man. I wouldn't be a metal bender. I'd just be some schlub earthbender. I'd throw a rock, man.
Yeah.
You're like doing contracting work.
Yeah, you just like dig holes
I
in your
wouldn't be
backyard.
Some incredible insano guy over here bending metal.
Okay, all right. You know, actually, I like that concept. So revisit your elements now, but they're as good as you are physically now. If you can't run a mile now, you're not about to fly.
My God.
Like you,
Then,
Zahir.
I always have a lighter on me.
in that case, yeah, I'll be a firebender.
Yeah.
I like to set stuff on fire.
You can set very mild fires.
Remember, you can also lightning.
Oh no,
I
no,
can
no,
redirect
no.
lightning.
There you go.
No,
But remember, it
sorry.
has to go through your belly.
I would like to point out that the people that are directing lightning are all professional martial artists. I'm saying you got to go with your skills as your level
I'm
now.
Arab.
What if
You ain't got no martial arts.
lightning bending, but it's only as good as like I am right now, so it would just be like static shocks. For me.
Yeah.
I would just static.
Like
shock.
every time you picked up your phone, it would die.
I like to point out, I have very long arms. Very
would be
long
sick.
arms.
Like,
Run out.
was your phone on 2%?
And a long neck. You know
Yeah,
what I
that
mean?
doesn't make you better at
No,
fire.
So wait, what are you? Are you fire?
Fuck yeah.
But she's thinking she's gonna be like Azula when the truth is like you're gonna be like
Zuko.
You Ty
Did
Lee.
redirect it?
You ain't a bender. You Ty Lee.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna put me as a Tylee's
Tylee's
cool
kinda
and all,
dope,
but
though.
come on.
Ty
Yeah.
Lee's cool. She can do the chi blocking. You know, like the equalizer.
Like you can only lift
Hell yeah.
you can only lift up a rock that you could physically already lift up.
I can lift up Mickey.
Like that's it. I could throw a 50-pound rock 2
There's
feet.
a
I'm terrified.
small boulder outside my.
The
actually,
boulder.
I couldn't even lift that. I don't know. I would probably, if I was an earthbender, I might like work as like somebody that like re-gravels like farm driveways. You know, like.
Yeah.
We should do that bending in the modern world. It's like we get a waterbender over here. Our sewage filtration system is kind of they're just doing like regular shit.
Waterbender, but you're a plumber.
That probably exists in Korra. I mean, that kind of makes too much sense.
You have like Mako doing this lightning to power,
power
city or
station.
whatever.
Yeah,
So.
that's a weird scene.
Well,
Yeah.
Colton, you got any more for us, man?
Any morsels to leave us with?
Oh, I got this party trick.
I want to hear the party trick, and I also want you to hype up whatever you're doing next to get these people to come over and check out your channel even more.
So I do overanalyzing Avatar, and I'm pretty good at that. But it doesn't get across how much I know about this fucking show. I have so much needless knowledge in my head. I could be curing cancer, but I know what line comes after the next line in Avatar.
All right.
So if you guys give me like a line or like an episode, like season blank, episode blank, it's instant. I know it.
Okay.
They're just good at this stuff.
Season. Give me a minute. If you have something else, I'm gonna come up with a question.
Yeah, no, it's just and if anyone listening, just it's overanalyzing Avatar. I'm probably gonna rebrand pretty soon to just overanalyzing because I want to move on to other stuff that isn't Avatar. But a couple more Avatar videos coming out before then. We've got this fun little series called Underanalyzing Avatar, where I go through the whole seasons really fast, and I talk really fast, and they take a million years to make because I'm bad at talking, and I want to talk really fast in them.
All right.
But other than that, just
how about
come check it out.
season 2, the episode Lake Laogai. I don't remember which episode number it is.
It's season 2, episode 17.
Damn.
He's
You're lost.
He's like, this is lost.
What does Iroh say after he says, "And then what"? I think
He's when he's talking to Zuko in front of Appa. Yeah. And then what? You never think these things through.
Damn,
it's just like when you captured the Avatar of the North Pole. You had him, then you had nowhere to go.
Damn.
God, hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
You
All
are
right.
we need to do another collab and come up with some sort of game now.
Yeah, I would. Damn, we'd have to brush up on some Avatar for the game. We're going against the goat.
I know.
He's
Dumb
Thanos.
amount of knowledge on
Do
that.
you have a favorite musical piece from the show?
I like the
tunnel.
Avatars. Love the little Kalimba.
Yeah.
Yes. The only song I know how to do on the kalimba.
Yeah,
Secret
I
tunnel?
love that.
All right, here's a test in. Season 1, The Fortune Teller.
Yeah.
What was the name of her cat?
What?
Nah, damn it, she didn't have a cat. It wasn't that one. You know the
I'm
one.
thinking of Miyuki and the Blue Spirit.
God
Oh
damn.
my god! He's telling you what you're thinking.
Yes, I was.
And the Blue Spirit was season 1, episode 13. Hey, I kind of know some.
Let's pit you against him like we did Chris and Eric.
No, look, stop putting me
No
up.
one can go
Look,
against Colton, obviously.
yeah, that's right. Don't put me up. You put Surge up. My brain don't work like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Let's put Surge up against
Well, guys,
trivia.
this has been another wild ass episode of Talking Normies. If you guys aren't messing around with overanalyzing Avatar, soon to just be overanalyzing, get at it. It's the kind of nerd shit that I think we all fucking love. Whatever he's going to be doing next is going to be awesome. Also, he has a very, very fun way that he shouts out his patrons. Literally, it's worth becoming his patron to be shouted out that way.
I saw that. It's like a list.
It's a list, but also he does like they're like toast. I don't know what they are. Can you explain what that is? Because
I
it's
saw
awesome.
that. That was crazy.
It's just like if it's a very expensive patron role. Don't get me wrong. Please don't give me that much money. It's ridiculous. But if you give me that amount of money, I will think of something ridiculous
That
to
is
say
cool.
about you at the end of every video. Not every second video because so many maniacs have done it. I had to set the list in half.
That's really good, though. It's a good
awesome.
incentive. Johnny Blue, the homie, has posted the link in case some of you lazy folks don't feel like looking him up. His Overanalyzing Avatar channel link right
Hell
now is in
yeah.
the chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was so fun. Nice to meet you. You know, like this. Colton. I hope,
It's been great. Yeah.
I hope to meet you in person one day for sure.
Oh,
For
yeah?
sure. At Avatar Con. That will happen once Nickelodeon Studios does
the
their
Avatar
animated
Studios
show
thing, yeah.
and then live action show. Avatar is gonna be all the rage again, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh,
I better
yeah.
get a panel.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's this one-off character in all of Avatar who sells cabbages sometimes.
Yeah, the cabbage man.
Who?
It's him. It's Colton. Is the cabbage man.
My cabbage.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll see you at the next Talking Normies podcast.
Thank you.
Tune in, check out.
Ray, let's raid. Let's raid. Bye.